episode of Thrice the Price, a triplet family story.
And in this episode, we're taking it back. We're talking about where it all began. No, not the birds and the bees story. We're talking about how we found out about these lovable, crazy triplets. Say hey, everybody. Say hey.
Before we get into all the footage, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new. And this is the perfect time for Clifton to let you know the answer to last week's poll.
NICU, you ask? The answer is Northern Illinois University Central. That wasn't it. That wasn't it. Yeah, Malachi didn't like that answer. It actually stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. That's where these babies were for about, 2-3 months?
2 months.
2 months. This is also the perfect time to let you know to keep your eyes peeled for this week's poll and all the polls and all the videos. And we have socials, people. If you want access to the exclusiveness that is a crying triplet, yeah, you need to go ahead and follow us down here on the links in the info section. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We got social for everything, baby. Ain't that right, Zion? So yeah. Make sure y'all follow the links down in the description. Hey, Mama Bear, do you smell that?
Yeah, I smell.
Oh, Lord Jesus. We got 2 babies that need their booties white. So, we gonna go ahead and turn y'all on over to the footage. We hope you enjoy. Let's go clean these babies. Oh, God. Oh, good. It all started when we decided to come home from Cancun. Yeah, we were on our trip.
Annual summer trip.
Actually, it was our second anniversary trip from our honeymoon.
Right.
When we came home from Cancun, me and Michelle were talking, and we're like, okay, I think we're ready to start planning a family, right?
Right. So then I just went to the doctor, and since I have an autoimmune disorder and gastroparesis, they referred me to a specialist,
right.
And that's where we met Dr. Mertz.
We got back from Cancun in August. We had an appointment in near the end of August, September. And then I remember us meeting Dr. Mertz.
Shout out to Dr. Mertz.
Yeah, shout out. Michelle had the intestinal problem.
So I say gastroparesis and autoimmune disorder.
Yeah. And if you want to know more about that, check down the info section down low, man, because, it's always good to put awareness out for things that people really don't know about.
Right. We had our appointment with Dr. Mertz. She said to try, and we did.
Again, it was a cause for concern because we didn't know. Michelle was like, well, I'm 31 now, and I'm wondering if, I need to
have kids.
Her OB was telling her it would be a high risk, so that's why we also had to go to Dr. Mertz because your OB was like... Yeah,
they don't deal with stuff like that. They deal with typical pregnancies, not anything that is high risk at all. So that's what Dr. Mertz is for, because she knows her stuff.
After that, fast forward to December 14th. I'll never forget it. My family was here because December 15th, the next day, I was going to graduate
with your master's?
With my master's degree in counseling. Shout out WCU in the house, you know what I'm saying, West Carolina. I was graduating the very next day, but December 14th, it was early in the morning, about 6:30. And I remember it was about 6:30 because my mom and my sister were here because, they were here for my graduation. And they were in the back room, in the guest room. I had fallen asleep on this very couch, everybody. And Michelle woke me up at 6:30. And granted, we both had to go to work that day. And I was like, why are you waking me up, man? Look, my alarm says I got about 30 more minutes before I wake up. So, what's up? And Michelle had this concerned look on her face.
Well, I was just like, Clifton. And you wouldn't wake up and I was like, Clifton.
Yeah.
You're like, what? I said, I took a test that says it's pregnant.
And I'm like, I was still groggy. I'm like, what?
You were like,
what are you talking about?
What? And I ran back in the bathroom.
Yeah, we went to the bathroom.
And then Clifton came scurrying in there. He's like, show me. And I got the digital test. Those are the ones I took. And it spelled out pregnant.
Yeah, and it was pregnant. I was like, oh my God. oh God, you're pregnant. And I was just like excited. And we didn't want to tell like anybody. We didn't tell my mama. We didn't tell my sister at that time. And Michelle had this great idea of a way to tell them for the graduation.
Since it was
that morning, like right there, she had a great idea.
Yeah, since it was near Christmas time and everybody was going to be together, I thought we would give them a gift. And the gift was an ornament. And I got some clear ornaments from the store and wrote grandma to my mom and your mom, aunt to his sister and my sister.
Yeah, because everybody was going to be there.
Yeah, and then uncle to my sister's husband.
And my best man.
And then his best man.
And we only decided that we were going to tell those people immediately. But we still waited a day. And what was so crazy, fast forward to the very next day, you know, I had my graduation and it was awesome, and I was super happy because gosh, that's a whole nother story too. But I worked so hard to get that master's degree, and my mom, like Michelle told me, when they went into the arena for the graduation, my mom had asked Michelle if she was pregnant. Like, and Michelle
said I looked bigger. Like, I guess, I don't know. Because it was while we were going up the stairs. So she was behind
She was like, your butt looks big.
I guess my butt was bigger.
Booty!
I don't know. But anyways, and then so when she said, are you pregnant? I was like, no.
Yeah, it was so crazy.
And I was like, I can't like ruin the surprise. So I kept it to myself, even though I felt like complete trash because I was so nauseous.
We had the graduation. That was an amazing day just because of that. And all my family was there. I'm huge on family. And so, you know, they were there to see my graduation. And so we decided we were going to tell them after we ate, or at the restaurant where we were going to eat at. Right. So we went to the restaurant, which was it's like a granny's kitchen. It was like a buffet place. I'm in all of my like master's robe. We are in the front of the table, and everybody in the restaurant was looking at us and stuff, and our family is looking at us like, what are y'all doing? And Michelle was like,
that's when I said we have a gift for everybody.
Yeah. And I remember
everyone has to open it up at the same time.
Right. And somebody was like, John, who is my brother-in-law, he was like, y'all don't have to get us anything. This is your graduation. And we was like, no, yes we did. So we had like little brown paper bags with the ornament in it, and we passed it around with everybody. And like I said, so it was my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, and my best man and my sister were there with me and Michelle. And everybody opened up the bag at the same time. And
John was the first to react.
John was the very first person to realize what was going on. He took the ornament and with like 10 seconds, he's just like, what? Is this for real?
I know. Antoine was like, well.
Antoine was my best man. And
his face was like.
And then my sister and my mom and your mom was like, oh my God, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I knew it. That was just like an awesome way to show people that we were pregnant. It was just an awesome day.
That was a good day.
That was just a great day. We decided, like, again, to keep it, you know, just with those people. Right. Obviously, we told my father-in-law, and my mom can't keep secrets, so she told my aunt and the rest of the family and stuff. But again, that wasn't the big shocker, obviously.
Right, yeah. We had a Christmas party after Christmas and told our closer group of friends. We had a little stocking.
That was December 29th. I won't forget that.
Yeah, we had a stocking.
Yeah, we bought one little stocking.
And surprised everybody like that.
That was pretty cool that night. Also, I wore some suspenders and a bow tie, and you know, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're about to show everybody what's up."
Yeah.
One baby, here we come.
And everybody took a shot, but me.
Everybody took a congratulatory shot for the pregnancy.
Just a few weeks later.
That's when it really started to get real.
Yeah, I'd say obviously probably 2 weeks, not even that. I started right after the Christmas party, things went downhill. As far as how I felt, I thought maybe I overdid it cleaning the house, but I started to feel really bad to the point where we ended up in the hospital, in the emergency room, and they didn't do any kind of ultrasound because they said I was too early, and they just gave me some nausea medicine, some fluids, and
that was
they weren't concerned. I wasn't like bleeding, so
That was a serious day.
they didn't really take it too serious because they just, a lot of people are nauseous when they're pregnant. But I had a feeling this wasn't normal.
Yeah, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh man, here we go. This is the gastroparesis and the baby like mixing, and it's not gonna be well. And this is the reason we, went out and sought Dr. Merz for the high risk of pregnancy and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And they were trying to give her an X-ray, like she said, and we were like, whoa, wait a minute, she's got a bun in the oven, and y'all better make sure that she's covered up and all this stuff. And they were like, oh, we will. And then the X-ray test came back negative, and we were happy about that, but still, Michelle felt like crap, right?
It was bad. Yeah, so I just went home and toughed it out until our ultrasound.
Yeah, and that's why they said, oh, we won't give you an ultrasound now because y'all have one next week, which, it was probably like 6 more days before we had that ultrasound. And I remember my mama was like, they better give her an ultrasound. They better do that. And I was like, Mama, it's okay. They said, we're going to wait till that next Friday.
Right.
And whoo-wee, that's when the beginning, you know what I'm saying, of what we were about to experience. Yep. It was January 11th. I will never forget that day in my entire life because that's when our lives changed. And it was so funny. Like, I was at a meeting. I had a conference or whatever. We're sitting there at the meeting, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is the first ultrasound that I've ever been a part of, that I've ever been to. I don't know what to expect. I'm real nervous. And as we leave this meeting, one of my coworkers, I had my hand on my car door, and I was like, I'm off to see my very first ultrasound. And she was like, well, I hope you don't have multiples. And I was like, oh man, I hope not either. You're the reason. You are the reason.
Mom.
Yeah, her mama was like, what?
My mom thought I might be having twins. We joked about it when we were at Barnes & Noble one day. She's like, you might have twins. I was like, Mom, please don't joke.
Right, and I'm like,
don't. And in my head, I was thinking, no, like that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, like there's no way.
There's no way.
So we get to the ultrasound appointment, and you know what? It was an experience just because it was the first time we had ever been in this situation, and they came out.
All I did was I put on a robe, and
came out. Yeah, they got
had
us.
me lay on the table and
took us in this dark room. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, and
what the woman was gonna do to us.
They had a bunch of TVs up, and
like we was at a sports bar.
The first thing when she was doing the exam, she said, "Were y'all natural?"
And it was an internal exam. Right. Sorry, I don't mean to keep cutting off.
No, the first thing she said was this IVF or natural?
Right.
And we're like, natural?
Yep.
And she's
that was
looking
the first time
at the screen, and then she goes, "So y'all were natural?" Not
yeah,
IVF.
yeah, right.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah, we're natural, all right.
And then she goes, "Okay. Well, I normally..."
She had a hand on the screen like this.
Well, first she said, before she did that, she said, "I normally get to joke about this, but today I don't."
Yeah, we're like, wait a minute. In my mind, at that point, I'm like, what's this woman talking about? What's going on?
And then so she said, she covered up 2 of them, which we didn't know.
2 of the sacks.
Yeah, 2 of the sacks. We didn't know what she was covering up. But she's covered up with her hand.
Like she's throwing up gang signs at us.
See this one? And we're like, yeah. And then she goes, "This is what I normally see." And I said, okay. She took away her hand, and she's like, "See, there's 3 though." And we're like,
yeah, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, what does this mean, woman? What are you doing? Because again, we ain't never seen anything like this.
And that's when she said, "You guys are having triplets."
She said, y'all about to have 3 babies. And I'm holding Michelle's hand. I'm literally standing up, holding Michelle's hand. And like, if I hadn't been holding that hand, I would have fainted. I'm not joking, y'all. I would have fainted. I took 2 steps back and was like, oh snap. And then
You just kept going,
like
three babies.
Yeah, and something like clicked in my head, and I literally started hysterically laughing. I was like, 3 babies. And my hand was shaking because Michelle was shaking. Like her hand was shaking in my hand. And I'm looking at her, she's looking at me, she's looking at the woman, and she was like, you're not serious.
I just kept saying, no.
And I'm just looking at her like, 3 babies.
And I just kept saying, Clifton, stop. You're making me nervous. Yeah.
Like,
stop laughing. Stop laughing.
I couldn't help it. I was like hysterical. Like I was like tripping. Like it was crazy. The next thing we had to do after we, had gathered ourselves and looking at each other like this is not real. This
she
is
had
not
to
real.
check every single baby though first.
Yeah, and she looked at the heart beats and everything. We got to see that, and that was we just couldn't believe. We were in shock. We were in baby triplet shock. The next thing that we did was go to our doctor, her OB at that time, right after that, because she had to, talk to us. And I remember, I don't really remember everything that she was talking about, but what I do remember is when she was like, congratulations, oh my God, 3 babies. And then right after that, her face was like, congratulations. And then her face was like, now we got to talk contraception because the chances of you having more multiples goes from 50 to 80%. And we were like, oh, that's okay. We're going to snip, tie. We were like, we ain't having no more babies. We went from 0 to 3 real quick. I just remember that part
I
of
remember
our
calling our
OB.
moms.
Oh, yeah, and then we called our
moms at the same time.
Yeah, that was funny because we were just in shock. And so we called our moms respectively at the same time. My mama was like, so what is this? What did they say? What it was, is the baby okay? Is the baby all right? And I was like,
baby's all right.
I was like, Mama, we're having triplets. My mama was like, she lost it. She was like, oh my God, I've been praying for 1 and God sent me 3. I was like, yeah, he sent you 3. He sent us 3. And what'd your mama say?
My mom at first thought we were joking because me and Clifton are always joking.
Yeah, we pulling pranks and stuff.
I was like, no, Mom, I'm being serious.
Didn't she say you tried to one-up me or something?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, she just couldn't believe it. And then my sister, she was at work and she had to go outside and I tried to tell her and she's like, Michelle, are you serious? She's like, I feel sick on my stomach. Are you serious? I was like, yeah, now I am serious. She's like, oh my God. And then we told Jen.
We told my best man. Yeah. We told John. Well, Natalie had told John. And
all the close set of friends.
Yeah. And it was just crazy. Like, we were planning for 1. I've prided myself on our journey together. I mean, we've been together for 14 years and I feel like we've done everything like where we're supposed to, like what society says we're supposed to. We've been together, we moved in together, learned each other, we went to school together, we got married, we took trips, and then, we planned. Yeah, we got a house, we planned for this, and then, in our minds, we're gonna have one little baby, it's gonna be great. And here we go with freaking triplets.
I'd say it took a week to finally sink in, and then I started worrying.
Oh yeah, we will definitely discuss more of our story as we go. And the last thing definitely want to talk about in this video is how our jobs took it. Because after we found out, and we told our family and everybody was excited, we obviously had to tell work.
Someone's crying.
Oh, she's gone. We're telling how we found out about you. Hey, no, say hey everybody. And I remember telling the faculty, yeah, I have some great news. Me and my wife are having a baby. We're expecting a baby. We had our first ultrasound. Hey. And everybody was like, oh, that's so great. Congratulations. And then I was like, oh, but wait, there's more. And I said, we're having triplets. And everybody went from, hell yeah, until like, oh, whoa, Lord, we're going to pray for you. And so I always thought that was just so funny. Yeah. What about you?
The same thing, kind of. We had a meeting. And the principal at the time, Jill. Hey, Jill, shut up. She was at the end of the meeting, said that I had some great news to share. And that's when I said, I'm having triplets. And everybody's like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just been one crazy journey from that moment on. I definitely want to take the time right now to say how much we appreciate everyone who has helped us from day one to right now, and we appreciate everything. We haven't wanted for anything, and you know, our village is very strong and very big, and we appreciate everybody that's out there. But that's the first part of our journey, and that's where it all began.
That's where it began.
And we definitely appreciate y'all taking the time to watch us, like us, comment us, subscribe to us, and share our videos. We definitely appreciate it. We have plenty more to talk about, plenty more stories to talk about. Malachi is still in the back sleeping.
Yeah.
These bad boys woke up because they wanted to be on camera too. We're about to get out of here. As always, love, peace, and happiness to everyone. Don't forget to follow us on our socials down below in the info section. We'll be back next Friday, so make sure you're staying tuned. And also, we got how-to videos on Wednesdays, and we probably will start adding some prank videos, some challenge videos, because, you know, we just want y'all to have a great experience watching Thrice the Price. We love y'all. We'll see y'all soon, and we out.
Peace.
Say peace. All right, and so...
No! What, buddy? You tired? You didn't take a nap.
Good job, everybody. That's it. We're done. We're done.